Welcome to the Toyota Owners 400 at the Richmond International Raceway. We got 36 drivers. They're going to be duking it out for the victory, but 7 drivers are looking to fill in the final 3 spots in the final 4. So we know it's going to get awfully dicey between these drivers, and this should be very intense and very action-packed race. Here are your Eliminator 8 drivers looking to get in the Final 4. Kyle Busch needs to either have a miracle happen or get a win to get in the Final 4. He has 31 points behind Kasey Kahne, who is second in points. Jeff Gordon is currently sitting 5th in points and 6 points behind the cutoff. He's looking for a solid run today and have a chance to compete for the championship in his only season. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is 24 points behind the cutoff, so he's hoping for a win or a miracle like Busch. Carl Edwards is only 2 points above the cutoff, so he'll look to be very careful and have a solid run. And same with Larson and Kahne. They're looking to have a solid run, but also stay cautious and be very careful today. And AJ Allmendinger is only 14 points behind the cutoff, so he will be looking for a very good run today and hoping for some bad luck for the other guys. And Jimmie Johnson has gotten absolutely nothing to worry about because he's already locked into the next race after winning last race at Springfield. And now, let's send it down trackside for the command.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
Now that we've got the command, here's today's starting lineup brought to you by Toyota Owners. Row number 1, you have Kyle Busch sitting on the pole. Alongside him is Joey Logano. Row number 2, you have Denny Hamlin and Clint Bowyer. Row number 3, you have Martin Truex Jr. and Jeff Gordon looking to go into the final 4. Row number 4, you have Stewart-Haas teammates Kurt Busch and Kevin Harvick. Row number 5, you have Brad Keselowski and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Row number 6, you have 2 Final 4 contenders, Carl Edwards and Kyle Larson. Row number 7, you have Kasey Kahne, who's looking to get into the Final 4, and Austin Dillon. Row 8 is AJ Allmendinger and David Ragan. And row 9 is Jimmie Johnson and Landon Cassill. Row number 10, you have Ryan Newman and Matt Kenseth. Row number 11, you have Tony Stewart and Eric Almirola. Row number 12, you find David Gilliland and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Row number 13 has Paul Menard and Greg Biffle. Row number 14, you have Mike Wallace and Casey Mears. Row 15 has Josh Wise and Alex Bowman. Row 16, you find Brett Moffitt and Marco Ambrose. Row number 7, you have Jamie Mack and Trevor Bayne. And rounding out the field is Danica Patrick and Ryan Blaney. Here's your race info. We got 36 drivers, 10 laps, 7 drivers looking in to get in the final 3 spots in the final 4. Who will they be? And let's find out. Green flag is out, and we are underway here at Richmond International Raceway. Kyle Busch and Joey Logano lead us down. Off of 2, it looks like Kyle Busch is going to take the early lead. So Hamlin's going to try to look under Joey Logano for the 2nd spot, but thinks better of it. And now he looks under him as Kyle Busch leads the 1st lap, and Hamlin's loose on the straightaway. Joey Logano is going to take the 2nd spot back over. It's Clint Bowyer moves up into the 3rd position. And now let's go on board with Kyle Busch. Now he comes to lead another lap, and now we're in lap 3. Oh, Keselowski around! Championship implications here! Many drivers looking to get in the final 4 were involved in that, and the caution is out on lap number 3. I see Kasey Kahne, Larson, and Carl Edwards. They were looking to get in the final 4. Well, let's look what happened. Oh, Keselowski gets loose, hits Edwards. Kyle Larson barely gets in it, and then Kahne gets tagged there. Allmendinger very lucky to get through that. Here's the restart in lap 5 out of 10. Kyle Busch leads us down. Oh, Allmendinger spins the tires. Landon Cassill and David Ragan are involved. AJ Allmendinger was looking to get into the chase as well. This race just got very wild. You see, yeah, AJ Allmendinger Slammed the brakes, and gosh, that's a hard lick for Landon Castle, and then David Reagan nowhere to go. So he's in the garage with them as well. Here's a restart on lap 7 of 10. Will we go green to the end? Let's find out. Kyle Busch leads us back down. Kyle's going to clear him once again off of turn number 2. Logano's going to try to look to the inside. Oh, Kyle Busch sideways. He saves it, but Logano is going to take over the lead. And Kyle Busch looks for the crossover back down to turn 1. Kyle Busch now back up to the point with Clint Bowyer now moving up into the second position. Here we come off turn 4. Clint Bowyer is loose. Now Logano's going to try to take the second position back. And now there's 2 laps to go. Can Kyle Busch get into the final 4? Into 3 and 4. Coming out the final turn. Bowyer's loose. Kyle Busch takes the white flag. Here comes Logano up into second. Final lap. What's going to happen here? Logano to the inside. Busch drives him down to the apron. Contact in 3 and 4. Here comes Bowyer. Busch to the outside. They're loose. And Kyle Busch will win it here at Richmond. The field flashes by. Oh, and the big one happens behind them. Bang into the wall. And he gets clobbered by Marcos Ambrose as they come back around to the start-finish line. Multiple drivers involved. They all appear to be okay, but Kyle Busch wins his 3rd race of the season, and he's the winningest driver in the Charter Cup Series, and now he's into the Final 4. What a comeback story. He needed to win this race, it looked like, to get into the Final 4, and he ends up doing it. There he is celebrating with his crew as he wins the race, and he is into the Final 4. Here are your finishing results. First, Kyle Busch. Second, Joey Logano. Third, Clint Bowyer. Good top 5 for Martin Truex, who's had a dismal season to this point. And good top 5 for Jeff Gordon. 6th, Denny Hamlin. 7th, Kevin Harvick. 8th, Kurt Busch. 9th, Dale Earnhardt Jr., 10th, Jimmy Johnson. That's your top 10. 11th, Matt Kenseth. 12th, Ryan Newman. 13th, Tony Stewart. 14th, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 15th, Jamie Mack. 16th, Eric Almirola. 17th, Paul Menard. And you can read the rest. That's your top 20. Then you have Alex Bowman, Trevor Bayne, Marcus Ambrose, Danica Patrick, Mike Wallace, Brett Moffitt, Josh Wise, Ryan Blaney, AJ Allman. And then you see, AJ Allmendinger, Kyle Larson, Casey Kane, Carl Edwards, tough break for them. And Brad Keselowski's just had a dismal season so far. So there are your finishing results, and we're going to have to see here in just a minute who makes the Final 4. The Final 4 is Jimmy Johnson, Kyle Busch, Jeff Gordon, and Kyle Larson actually won the tie between Dale Earnhardt Jr. because NASCAR went to wins, or whoever had more wins would move on, but they both had 1 win, so then they went to average finish. Kyle Larson had an average finish of 11.0, and Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s had an average finish of 15.1. So Kyle Larson has to be very happy about that. So, excuse me. You can read the rest of the point standings there. I mean, just look at Brad Keselowski back in 32nd in points. It's kind of sad. He's just had a bad season to this point. Thank you guys all so much for watching today's coverage of the Toyota Owners 400 at Richmond. Congrats to Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon, Kyle Larson, and Kyle Busch on making the Final 4. Which one of those 4 will become the champion, the Charter Cup Series champion, after the next race at Cleveland Raceway, which was the track that hosted the season opener? Well, as always, I'll see you guys next time, and I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys at Cleveland.